day. And how is everybody doing tonight? Thank you guys for joining us and welcome to Cards and Conversation. We have a spicy topic tonight for you guys. Yes, we do. The magic behind becoming a magnet, all right? How you can attract any and everything. Now, please forgive me, guys. I didn't get a chance to eat. Bessie, I know this is
Hey.
I know this is
listen, you know.
Below Spedo. I didn't get a chance to eat, so please forgive me, guys. All right, so welcome. Oh, hold on for a second. Hold on.
Oh.
Hi, everybody. Drop where you.
So I have to wait till she gets back on. It cut her off. But if you are tuning in for the first time, my name is Magoon, and I am with the Healing Room Tarot. I am the Healing Room Tarot. Let's see if we can get her back.
I hear people saying I'm a Virgo, I'm Sag.
I have to wait till she gets back on. But I do want to let you all know that.
Well, I said I was healing. Now
we are
well, I said I was healing.
going
now
live. Oh, there she
I still
is.
had Earth.
Peace, love, and life, fam, but lamb, and welcome back to Cards and Conversations, where every episode unfolds a deck of intriguing discussions. We got disconnected. Tarot, Healing Room Tarot is back in the room, so let's go ahead and let him in. Sorry about that. Welcome back. Drop where you guys are from in the comments.
Talia will be back.
New York! Hoorah! 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 Where's that from, Sarai? What movie? See if you can guess the movie. Why? It's not letting me let you in. It's not letting me let you in the room. Uh-oh. Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. Right before the Wayans brothers was about to take the ratchet girl in the back. Hi, T Visionary 007. She was drinking and she was like, hoorah, hoorah, hoorah. I love that movie. Blackula, I don't think I've seen that. You know what that reminds me of, though? Vampire in Brooklyn. Completely different title, but every time I hear the word Blackula, I immediately go to Vampire in Brooklyn because I watched that on Halloween. Eddie Murphy. Woo! I don't know why I have such a magnetic attraction to him because he's not that cute, but for some reason I just like him. I don't know why. That actually happened after she said hoorah, hoorah, hoorah. That's when they went into the back of the truck and she was like, there we go.
Yes.
There we go.
And I can see you.
She is in the morning, God. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate, love, and value you. So, like I was saying before we got disconnected, tonight we got a spicy topic, all right? We are talking about how to become a magnet for many opportunities and to attract the life that you deserve, all right? So it's basically deep diving into the magic behind becoming a magnet. Now, B, do you want to, before I even get into the top, before we deep dive in, if it's your first time here, welcome. If not, welcome back. I'm actually Anya, an intuitive alchemist and energy reader, and I'm just here to help y'all heal. All right, and we're healing with humor because laughter is always the best medicine. Talk to these people, B.
I am B. I am Magoon. I am the tool and instrument that Spirit uses as Spirit pleases. So whether I read tarot or whether I tell you the truth, know that it's all coming from Spirit. So we are here, like Ashley said, to help you heal, whether that is to hold that hand, pop that hand, make you laugh, make you dance. We hope you all enjoy the show, and please share it with those that you know who need to hear it.
That's right. Each one, teach one, reach one, okay? We love that we are able to reach the few that are on tonight, but we want you guys to pass along the message to a friend. If it resonates, okay? If it resonates, pass it on. If you guys think that someone can benefit from our services, from our podcast, from our message, then please pass the message on. We greatly appreciate it, all right? So, as I was saying before, I forgot to introduce myself as well as you. Mm-hmm. Did you want to jump into the cards or dive into a little bit of the conversation?
We can do a little bit of both, honestly. I will draw some cards to see what Spirit would like for us to focus on. Okay. Making sure. Hold up.
Sounds good to me.
Huh?
I said it sounds good to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because the first thing I have here is this King of Wands to the Two of Cups. So somebody has some kind of movement going on with the love department, and it's a judgment call because we got a judgment card here, and the Emperor is here. Somebody's been waiting. This Emperor has taken charge, is making a movement towards somebody because the Emperor was enlightened, got a new perspective on things. So maybe you can go ahead and address relationships. That's what it's, because this is giving me a relationship.
Send them to me. That's what it sounds like. That's what it smells like. It smells like a relationship.
Yep. And look, Five of Swords is here, but it's in reverse. Yeah. This person definitely was going through some mental things, and it's turning out in favor.
That's what I like to hear. All right, let's go ahead and deep dive into tonight's topic: becoming a magnet for love, money, and opportunity, and primarily the life that you deserve. All right, so it's not the life that you settled for. It's not the one that looks good on paper, but the one that your soul has been whispering about for years. So let's go ahead and start here. Have you guys ever noticed that the harder you chase something, the further it goes away from you? Like the faster it runs from you, basically. You chase love and you get breadcrumbs. You chase money and you stay broke. Or you chase peace and all you find is chaos and confusion. That's not bad luck. That's all inner genetics, all right? That's a spiritual misalignment. And most of us have been programmed to believe that if we are not chasing, we're lazy. The Matrix has programmed us to believe that if we are not constantly in the rat race, we are lazy. And if we're not grinding, we don't want it bad enough. And that's what I was told when I first moved to New York, honestly. Like, it's the land of the free. It's the exactly. But the other half of that is you have to know what's for you is for you. And even if you rip and run and grind and try to get it, if it's not for you, it's not going to happen for you. And even if someone else rips and runs and grinds for it, if that's for you, it's going to be for you, regardless of who's there first, regardless of who wants it harder, it's going to be for you, regardless. So just know what's for you is for you. So here's the gag. Magnets don't chase, they attract. Okay, so first things first, manifestation. We've talked about this numerous times, how you can manifest. But manifestation is not just about vision boards and wishing on angel numbers. It's about embodiment. It's about owning and honing from which spiritually first. Everything starts in the mind, because you get what you believe you are worthy of, excuse me. So always affirming, I want love, I want money, I want this business to take off. But deep down inside, you're feeling unworthy, unhealed, and unseen. That's what the universe is going to echo back to you. So magnetic manifestation starts when you embody the version of you who already has it. So you have to ask yourself, how does this version of me with healthy love move? How does this version of me who's financially free walk into this room? How does this version of me that's aligned with purpose handle challenges? You have to become that, not later, but now. Now you have to. So let's talk about the energetics of detachment, okay? Now, when you detach, it doesn't mean that you stop caring. Essentially, detachment means that you are detaching from the thought and theory of how things are going to happen. Essentially, you know that they're out in your favor. So you are detaching from the theory of, oh, I hope this works out in my favor. Oh, I'm really praying this works out in my favor. You are detaching from those hopes, wishes, and essentially prayers of wanting something to work, because it is going to work. It's going to work out in your favor.
Mm-hmm.
The detachment says, I already know if it's mine. If this is not mine, then something's going to come along. And that's when it comes, when you realize the outcome and you rest in your worthiness. All right? Money responds to confidence, not desperation. So this is probably going to sting a little bit for a little bit, y'all. But money doesn't come to people who chase it. It comes to people who are ready to receive it. Money doesn't come to people who chase it. It comes to people who are ready to receive it. So if you are always constantly chasing something, what does that essentially break down to? It means that this object, this tangible thing is running from you. So once you are in alignment with yourself and you understand, overstand, and understand that something is yours, you no longer need to check it. That object, that being will come to you, will energetically come to you, because it will be attracted to you, because you know what is yours, you know what is going to come to you, so you don't have to chase it. Anything that you chase is going to continuously run from you. All right? Trust your gifts. You are the prize accordingly, okay? You don't shrink in rooms where your abundance is meant to expand. If you are undercharging, doubting yourself, and saying yes to every low vibe opportunity because you're scared nothing better will come, you're operating out of desperation. And this is going to repel opportunities. It's going to repel abundance. It's going to repel alignment, because you're operating out of, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure. I'm not quite certain if that's what I deserve. You have to be certain in your abilities. You have to be certain in your confidence. You have to be certain in knowing that what is for you is for you. And it's going to be for you. And it's going to be there for you until you're ready to receive it. So repeat after me, everybody. I no longer beg to be paid. I command compensation by embodying value. And when you say this, say it with your chest and say it like you really truly believe it. So the question I have for you guys is, can money trust you? Can money trust you? Now, I know we live in a world that worships money, it worships hustle, But I have to tell you guys, stillness is a spell. Being still, being confident in knowing that, like I keep saying, what's for you is for you. What's going to come to you is going to come to you when you're ready to receive it. And just sitting still. And also, when you sit still, you'll notice that a lot of things will start to come to you. A lot of words and downloads from spirit, your ancestors, ascended masters, God, Jesus, whatever terminology you resonate. But hear those messages and hear those downloads until you sit still. Stillness allows your energy field to recalibrate, all right? And that's when the downloads start coming. That's when divine timing lines up. That's when people, blessings, and opportunity, we're chasing them because you are finally becoming magnetic, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So understand, power in pausing, and there is healing in doing less. Sometimes less is more, and there is wisdom in silence, okay? Be confident, be clear, and know that everything meant for you will know how to find you. You are the magnet, acting like it. And now, let's give Bessie the chance to pull some cards for the collective. For those of you guys that are ready to stop chasing and start aligning with what's for you.
Mm-hmm.
Ready when you are, B?
I had to take it in.
Are you alone?
I was taking it in. I was like, speak to me. So, so if you are an avid watcher, you will know how Ashley's always saying that I'm always pointing to her. Well, tonight, Bestie poured into me because those have been my own personal questions. Just because of, I'm in a transition period energetically. And there are certain things that I wish to see happen. But I have noticed that when I step back, it happens. In fact, I was talking to one of my coworkers earlier today, and I said, when you work at a performance-based job, let me put it that way, you're always constantly making sure that you hit your numbers or that you're performing at the levels you're supposed to. Well, mine has been low, a little lower than expected. And I had to come to the realization that things will happen for me the way that they're supposed to when I stop trying. Because it's like that force, like you trying to force something to happen. And oftentimes you have to just let things be, even though it looks haywire, even though it looks like you're not doing your job. Spirit has your back regardless. Even today this week we have a guest leader from another, I'm not going to say from a sister corporation, let me put it that way. And we had a leadership meeting. I got my lift at like 10 minutes after. The lift did not pick me up until 8:27. We're supposed to have our leadership meeting at 8:30. I said, okay, if this is what it's going to be today, I can't force this. This is beyond my control. I get in the car, I spill hot tea on my lap. So now, not only that, it looks like I have used the restroom on myself. I'm telling you all this because I didn't even force it. It was like things just happened. But imagine if I had forced those things on top of letting things be. I would probably been stressing out, overthinking, and making things worse. But when I said, this is what the day will be, I accept it as is, everything else panned out. I don't overthink. I don't overstress. Because again, all things is orchestrated by spirit and by you. Let's be clear. There was a contract that was made. And so No matter how your days go, no matter how things happen in your life, it was orchestrated for you that way because of a bigger purpose. And so when we're talking about the laws of attraction, and Bessie and I talked about this a few weeks ago, um, when it comes to, and not on live, but privately, but the conversation was surrounding, that your love, like your true love, right? And what does that look like? And there was I can't remember if it was a reader or something that I was watching, but either way, the guy says, or the person says, um, if your partner does not help you, is not helping you to sharpen you, like, right, iron sharpens iron, right? But if your partner is not there to help you, to help sharpen you, um, to do the work that you were put on this earth to do, then that relationship would not work, because you and your partner will work together. And that struck a chord with me because I've always said I'm the type of person, I'm a natural born philanthropist, honestly. I always love helping people. Any Most of you who know me on personally know this, that that's something I've always wanted to do, but I had to learn that I had to do that with limitations. I can't allow everybody to come in my energetic space. There are also times when I have to understand when the spirit is telling me, no, I need you to rest and let me do my work, right? Um, because what happens is when you stop trying to force things to happen and you relax, spirit is like, I got the wheel. And I know there's the saying, Jesus take the wheel, God take the wheel. That is spirit saying that is me taking the wheel when you rest. Because when you rest, you're not putting your energies in it. You're not trying to force something to happen. But what you are doing is allowing me, you are allowing yourself to trust me, trust spirit, and you are allowing spirit to take the wheel and let things happen. I have been one, I am not shameful. People try to embarrass me, and I'm like, baby, what's to embarrass? I've gone through all the embarrassment throughout my lifetime. It's water on a duck's back at this point. So you can try, you can attempt, but I guarantee it might it's not going to affect me, right? Um and I've been that way for a while. And it's not a stone wall that you're looking at. It's a person that, yes, I have embraced my faults and failures. Yes, I have embraced my wins and successes. But I also know that I am not on this earth alone. And so when things start tripping up for me, that is spirit telling me, hey, it's time for you to rest. It's time for you to let me take control. So I go out there and do the bare minimum, because who am I to fight against spirit? Right? And I was telling Bestie earlier, not everybody is going to understand it. And that's okay, right? Because what's meant for you is for you, it's not meant for everybody else. So whether or not the rest of the world understands what is happening, as long as you hold your ground, you're going to have those Moses like experiences. I'm actually seeing it right. Like a lot of people, just think about the story of Moses if you know it, right? A lot of people followed him out of slavery. And they get to this one, it's get to the part where he gets to the Red Sea. And they're like, oh my gosh, like you led us here to die. We should have just been continue to be slaves, because we've been wandering around this desert. We get to the Red Sea. The Egyptians are coming after us. You should have just left us alone. And that's what happens to us when we get into that freak out zone. When we start to crave that thing that we want, we're like, oh, we need it. We need it. So take it, for example, money. I know money is tight for a lot of households. So a lot of people's like, oh, I got to get this money. I got to get this money. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And the money is not coming. I've been praying. I've been lighting the candles. I don't see the money coming. And that's because you're trying to force something to happen. But what happened is when the children of Israel could not run any further, that is when Spirit split the Red Sea. Because Spirit said, now you are forced to see that you cannot make things happen without me. That is why it's important for every one of us to have a relationship with Spirit, no matter how small or big it is. As long as you have that relationship, your ears will be in tune as to what Spirit is saying to you. So you don't have to get to the point of stressing out and realizing, oh, I've hit a brick wall and now I can't move on. Because what Spirit will do is Spirit will guide you swiftly through that.
Mhm.
So when you say, I can't find time to pray, I can't find time to meditate, you're cutting your own self short of what could be in your life. So just remember that. And then as the story goes, hey, the children of Israel walked across dry land after the sea was split. And guess what? Covered it back up on the enemies. So a lot of us have been going through spiritual attacks, right? And Spirit is intentionally not wanting us to do things out in the open so that those blessings can be attacked. So it may look slow to you now, but it's because there's somebody that's attacking you or attempting to attack you, right? But once you allow Spirit to lead you and guide you through that Red Sea, when the enemy think that, oh, I got you, that's when Spirit says, nope, bam, it was a trap for you. Red Sea moment. And I needed to hear this for myself because I had been questioning Spirit, or not really questioning, but asking Spirit for clarity on some things. And that was my clarity. So I hope it also clarified a few things for the watchers out there. But that was the clarity for me. But in all, when you allow Spirit to do Spirit's job, you not only get what you've been trying to manifest, but it also allows Spirit to take care of your enemies too. And guess what? The enemy saw the blessing before they got taken out. So your enemies will see you get blessed before their downfall. And it's going to serve to them as a reminder who you are and whose you are.
Ashe. Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. And yes, I did pull cards for those who are wondering. I did pull cards. It's a continuation from what I was stating earlier, because in the first card set, we saw, what was it? The King of Wands to the Emperor, and the King of Wands making movement. Well, in this pull, we have the second, okay, the Two of Wands, where a judgment has been made, a decision has been made. And because I really feel like it's apparently this is definitely going in relationship. I'm going to say that. Some of you have made the conscious decision to focus on something else other than relationships. And now you're coming to the 10 of Wands with that, because it's like, it's giving me the World card energy. Like you've completed this. And because you decide to focus in on this, you're now coming to the end of this thing so that you can focus on love now. And I say that because the Queen of Wands came afterwards. That would be you. No matter if you are male, in this reading, you are the Queen of Wands, and your King of Wands is coming in. And it also, I do have to say that I'm also being reminded to tell you that this is all about intuition, your intuitiveness, and acting upon your intuition. That's what I'm getting right now. Especially for the fellas. Some of you are getting some downloads that you don't quite understand yet. And spirit is like, I need you to sit down with a piece of paper, a pen and paper, and write down everything so that you can visually see the clue, because it's not really a clue, but it's a clue right now in your mind. And I'm seeing like Scrabble. So I mean, not Scrabble, a word puzzle. So I don't know if somebody does a word puzzle, but it's like sometimes the word puzzles mirror what you're going through, and you kind of like look at it like, oh, that's ironic. No, that's spirit sending you a message to pay attention to some of the words. I don't know who needed to hear that, but I just picked that up. But again, we have the Queen of Wands here, and earlier we were talking about the King of Wands. Well, the Queen of Wands has been in this Three of Wands energy. She has been looking, she has been waiting on something to happen. And what's happening is the Three of Pentacles is here. Your person is coming in, and this is the person that you will work with. This is the person where your pentacles is going to start pentacling. And I said, right. And I said that because you have the King of Pentacles coming right afterwards. The Queen of Wands will be working with the King of Pentacles. Think about it. Your intuition as the Queen of Wands will be able to understand, as I was about to say, I heard understand the movement. So for some people, you're starting a movement with your person, a literal movement. So I don't know who needed to hear that, but you're starting a movement.
Giving power couple.
It is. It's giving power couple. But either way, the Queen of Wands with her intuition is all about moving and knowing how to move on the passions that's already there. Like both of you will mirror each other in the passions. Like say you had a passion for little kids and making sure that they get bicycles, right? And this person come in with the same dream. It's like you've been waiting on somebody to come in with that same vision. And now not only is the person coming with the same vision, they're coming with the work ethic. They're coming with the money. They're coming with the resources on how to do it. So it's like this person had the resources, but they didn't know how to execute. You knew how to execute, but needed the resources. You see how you balance each other out? Because when you two come together, oh, well, if that's all we needed, babe, I got this. Writes off a check. Bam, here you go. Oh, well, babe, I see you had this money in this account. But if you switch it here and you did this and you invested here, it will come back 3 times the amount that you were expecting. Oh, really? Yeah. Bam. And then the King of Pentacles do that. And like Ash just said, power couple. Money and movement. Because when you see a power couple, they're always moving. There's no stagnation. It may look stagnant to us because we may not see the inner workings, but think about it. When a power couple is power coupling, they don't tell the public everything. And they could be going out and you see a squabble here, you see a tabloid here, you see a TMZ post here, there. You got the gossip blogs going, and we thinking they're going down here and they crashing, and next thing you know, they coming out with a business that have been silently running for years, but they just now decided to bring it out to the open and to the public. And I feel like this is how you're going to be. It's going to be a hush hush, and people are going to be talking, but then as they're talking, it's like, oh, well, maybe they are ready for this. Bam. And then y'all release to the world what you've been working on behind closed doors. The last card that came up was the devil card. Let me wait. Okay, yeah, this one's covered. Was the devil card. And I want you to pay attention to where the placement is, where the chains are located around their necks. And there was something else. Oh, in the devil's hand here, he has a wand in his hand near the man, meaning the masculine energy was held frozen a little bit. And although it's lit here, it's like the devil was controlling the masculine's energy as it pertains to movement and passion. And so sometimes, for some people, for some of you, your mate was so locked up and bound up that they could not come towards you. And spirit wanted to make sure that they were released before they could come to you. Otherwise, everything that you would have done would have been corrupted. And I had to get clarity on it. And the two cards that came out were the Ace of Swords and the Seven of Cups. Because when you have a new idea, when you have a new enlightenment coming towards you, you see that you're really not stuck. You see that you have options. And that can go with tonight's topic, generally speaking. The devil was holding up some things from you all. Some of you actually believed that you couldn't make movement. Some of you actually thought that you were stuck mentally. And spirit was saying, no, I need you to understand that you had to wait for divine timing, which is what I shared with the coworker earlier. When there's divine timing involved, no matter what you do, your efforts will not make that thing happen. What divine timing tells you is that at the right time, you're going to get a download. You're going to get a message that's going to free your mind. Just like this knife, this dagger has cut the cord, right? And then you're going to see that you actually have options. Seven of Cups is here. 7 different things that will make you happy, whereas you only saw one way the first time. Now you're going to see multiple ways to help you.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And I love that. I love that because I think a part of being open to receive blessings is being authentic and embodying authenticity. And what I mean by that, because I truly believe that it's impossible to receive abundance if you're not operating in the energy of authenticity. And that's why I believe so many power couples are able to dominate, because they're authentic and they're being honest in what they are capable to do and what they are able to do. And this is the reason why power couples are usually drawn to each other, because they know their strengths, they know their weaknesses. Where you're weak, I'm strong. Where you're strong, I'm weak. So it works. And they build off of that, and they build that momentum, and they build empires off of that. But I say all of that to say that I just really feel like authenticity requires of vulnerability. And being vulnerable is tough for a lot of people, but when you're vulnerable, it shows the honesty, and you're able to exude that to someone. And if they're high vibrational, they'll pick up on it, and you guys come together and you'll build and just keep building. And because you really can't build all it's not solid. I feel like so many power couples are successful because they they come together and they're okay being vulnerable. Okay, you're not strong in this aspect. Well, guess what, babe? I am. So even if you're not good with money, I'm great with money. So I'm going to invest in X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3. Being vulnerable is a plus because your partner is able to see, what can I help you with? When do I need to step in? So look at vulnerability as a weakness, because if you're not honest about who you are to the core, which comes with healing, which is why you got to heal, so you can be okay with being vulnerable and open and honest.
Yes.
People seeing the true you behind the veil, behind the mask. When you are open and honest about who you are to the core, then you're able to call in your divine counterpart. I truly believe that. I truly believe that people that are afraid being vulnerable to relationships, have superficial situationships. They're in jobs that they're not happy because they're not vulnerable enough to be open and say, this doesn't work. I'm not happy. And that is really connected to healing. Once you heal, you see exactly who you are. And sometimes people aren't ready for that level. So I just wanted to just point that out, because that really triggered me when you said power couple, because I'm like, damn, how are so many power couples so successful? But that's because they are able to embody that level of vulnerability. And one person knows the person falls short. And that's how they're able to bank off of that and build, because they understand each other and they know each other's strengths and weaknesses. And you can't be in a relationship where you don't understand your partner, like down to the T.
Exactly.
But your partner has to be open and willing to be vulnerable enough to be able to be comfortable to show you that side. So I'm sorry, I just wanted to touch on that, because that really hit home when you talked about power couples. Because everybody wants to be in a relationship where you feel like you're changing, or you're changing something, or you're building something. Everyone wants to be in something that feels meaningful, but you can't do that unless you're vulnerable.
Exactly.
You have to be vulnerable. So, and that's exactly why Bessie and I are here. I mean, we were talking earlier about, just being starseeds, earth angels, healers, and it's tough. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that this road is easy. It is tough, but we are here to initiate and inspire, and it's not about our personal. It's not about the personals. We're here for a collective journey and job, and I truly feel like I'm living out my soul's purpose just by being on this platform and speaking to you guys. And so anything personal that I'm dealing with, that has to be pushed to the side. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm here to initiate and inspire, and it's not about me. It's about the mission. It's about the mission. So if you were finished with the cards, were you finished with your read?
I was.
Okay. Well, that was the read I ever heard. Because Hunty, BB in here reading. BB in here reading us our rights. If you are done with the read, we can go ahead and get into my alarm is going on. Every night at 12 it goes off, but I have not figured out how to shut it off to where it doesn't go off at 12. So I always know when it's 12 o'clock because my alarm goes off. Right. We have come to my cat is on my lap and he's reaching out to scratch me. So that's why you keep seeing me do this. All right. So it's but we put, okay, I'm over here, look. Trying to get him not to jump off and scare me. All right. So we've reached that time of night where we put tarot to the test, okay? This is the time that can ask, be anything under the sun. Love, past lives, that weird dream you had last night, career, anything. This is the time where we allow you guys to throw any question his way and he will answer it. Complimentary, okay? And we'll let the cards do the talking. So if anyone has any questions, Jupiter, get down before you scratch me. Go. If anybody has any questions, now is your time to ask V. And while you guys are figuring out if you want to ask a question, go. While you guys are figuring out if you want to ask V a question, we just want to take this time to thank you guys for being on here with us. As I was saying earlier when I was ranting and raving about, what my soul's purpose is and how I'm so happy that I'm able to live out my soul's purpose. Listen, guys, this did not come easy. It took a lot of healing, dark night of the soul, isolation, waking up, jumping down the rabbit hole, really honing in on the things that I needed to heal from my bloodline. But I'm telling you, it's really no turning back. Like, it's like once you're woke, it's really no going back to sleep. You really can't. You really can't rock yourself back to sleep. Once you're woke, it's like you stay woke. Literally, like you stay woke. So I wouldn't have it any other way. And I know that my bloodline stands behind me, 10 toes down. We literally got it out the mud, and I really feel like I have surpassed the majority, honestly, of my ancestors as far as like on my spiritual journey. I truly believe that I have surpassed them on my spiritual journey, and I know for a fact that that's the reason why they chose me, because they knew that I would not throw in the towel and give up on this mission. It has not been easy by any means, but I truly believe that that's the reason why I was chosen, because they knew I wouldn't give up. They knew I wouldn't give up and I wouldn't throw in the towel. So I don't know why I'm being so mushy tonight, but I just felt the need to just say that, because I was just looking at my ancestor table before I came on tonight, and I was like, damn, like I came from a long line of strong women, but the one thing that they didn't get the opportunity to do is heal their trauma, and I'm doing that for them, and not only for the women, for the men too. All right, I'm truly the matriarch right now of my bloodline right now, and it feels amazing. So, whew. Anywho, so if you guys have any questions to ask me, now is your time. And I also want to plug the in while you guys are figuring out if you want to ask any questions. Let me go ahead and put it in the comments for anyone who wants to receive schedule a tarot reading or an energy healing session, spiritual cleansing, all of that. V does that. And go ahead and give me your now, is it easier for them to contact you directly through the Healing Room Tarot V or through email? Because I was going to just plug in your Healing Room Tarot channel, but it's pretty much right here. They can just go to it, just right on the channel.
Yeah.
But, is it easier for them to go through the Healing Room Tarot channel?
Yep.
Okay, all right, so I won't even plug it in, because if that's the easiest way to get in contact with you, then I'll just leave it as is. So right when we click off here, you guys can directly contact me through his channel. I'll tag him in the video, and you guys can contact him directly through the channel for any type of spiritual reading or cleansing or energy work. And do you have any announcements, V?
Not at this time. Not at this time.
Okay. Well, if we don't have brave young blood that wants to come forward with a question, then this will conclude tonight's episode of Cards and Conversations. And just remember, guys, the cards don't dictate your fate. They simply illuminate your choices. So choose wisely, love deeply, and stay aligned, okay? And make sure that you guys tap in next week, same time, same place. We do this every Tuesday night, 11:11 Arts and Conversations, where every episode unfolds a deck of intriguing discussions. We'll see you guys next week. Okay.
But she got jokes. Yes, we do need a call.
Need a call. We do. Listen, we truly do. I was getting after this, but I'm going straight to after this, Ash. So if you and B want to link up, that's on y'all. But I want to do YouTube after this, so y'all can link up, and I'll have to catch y'all on my next call. But did you want to ask a question, Ash, or are you just being facetious? You want to ask the continued question that you had last week? Let us know.
Well, I think it was more personal. So
okay.
That last bit.
You want the personal call? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So you and B can schedule that after we conclude this episode. So thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate, love, and value you guys all, and we will see you guys next week on Cards and Conversations. Peace. Just the talking. I mean, the question I had, if it's divine, nothing that has helped me yet. Ha ha ha. Okay. Okay. Ash, did you want to schedule that call with D after? It doesn't sound like it's personal, but it sounds like you could probably get more into detail off screen. So
I'll come through.
Okay. She's still typing.
All right.
Peace, y'all. Peace.
Hey.
T Visionary 007. Up to be. I'm fine either way. Well, I guess after. I mean, since you want to do it after B?
Yeah.
It's up to you. Okay. He's gonna link up with you after Ash, since we're signing off. Okay. All right. So we'll see you guys next week. Peace, guys.
Peace.
Bye. And she is still typing.
Yeah. But thank you all. And again, if you would like to get a private reading or a private conversation, consultation, please go to the Instagram. And that way you can type in a direct question to me there. All right. Have a good evening.